Okay, I am giving you guys some hot goss right now because instead of me finishing the art and then like recording after, I have not even finished this design yet, and I am still going to talk about my process, even though I'm still in the sketchbook phase. I'm just doodling, and so I'm just gonna talk about it. So, my villain, love of my life. Just kidding, she's evil. Very evil. Mother demon, her name, Lilith. I just want to say that I chose the name Lilith before I learned that Lilith was the name of, like, the mother of demons. So I think that's really funny. But then, I first named her Mother Demon, which is funny. I think I'm the prophet, probably. So I'm going to show off her old design, and you guys are going to be like, oh my god, this is so gross. James, why did you draw this? You're going to be like, oh man, I really wish that there was a new design of this. And trust, there probably will be, maybe by the end of this video. And if not, I will be pushing off this video until I get that design. But I'm working on it, man. I am working on it like a freaking something that works on things a lot, okay? So, here's the design. Now, let's see. Let's really dive into this because there was an attempt, right? I don't hate her design is the thing. I just think it could be better executed, and I'm gonna better execute that shit. The first thing is it too many horns? Is it? I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm still discovering that. So, here's the thing. She is a demon. She is, like, the mother of artificial demons. She has 4 arms. I should probably go back into that for the design that I'm doing. She has this, okay, it's not a toga. The thing is that her design was supposed to have, like, this toga, like, dress on it, because it's supposed to be like, oh, she's older, like, she's a lot older, she's been around a long time, so here's her dress, and it's kind of giving, middle school girl dress. So, but it is tattered, we love that. She's supposed to be giving, like, a goat kind of vibe, but the only thing that's really goat-like is her hooves. So I kind of want to go more into that with, my design now. She has, like, touches of, like, this, like, gold, pale yellow color, and I do appreciate that. I just think it doesn't really... when you squint your eyes, the gold stays in the top part of her body, and it does not go any further down. So if I am, gonna do this design, I would make the color more equal throughout her whole design, instead of just at the top. Her whole thing is she's supposed to be very creepy, very inhuman, and I'm still working on that with the redesign. I am figuring it out at the moment, so I'm thinking about it. The pros, I do like the touches of gold. They're not really gold though, they're more of a pale yellow. Where is that car going? Okay. It's not really gold, it's more of like a pale yellow, and I don't know, I'm working with color palettes, and I'm thinking. The colors, like I said before, the colors kind of, not like I said before. The colors kind of meld together. When you squint, it's like the black and the dark red kind of mix all together. So I would work with colors that kind of separate themselves a little more. She's not really giving terror. She's not giving terrifying. I want her to be a menace. I don't know. The goat feature is not very prevalent. Prevalent. I don't really want her toga to be red. Also, I feel like it just mixes in with all the other colors we have here. The gloves, I don't know what I was thinking with that. I don't know why I put gloves on her. She looks dumb with that. And the question I said at the beginning, are there too many horns? We will find out. Because the whole point of her having that many horns is that each horn was supposed to represent a different sin. But, like, it just might be too much, you know? It just might be too much. It took a very long time to draw each of those. So, maybe switch it a little. My thing is, when I first drew her, I was like, I want her hair to look greasy as fuck. And the thing is, in this design, it doesn't look greasy. So it's like, what's the point? So I have a new idea, because artificial demons are supposed to be based around fire, right? That's why Eli has the classic fire hair. Every artificial demon has this, like, fire hair. It doesn't look like fire until it's, like, burning because of, like, their rage or whatever. But it is fire adjacent. I want her hair to look like smoke. I'm really picturing a very specific idea, and I'm trying to get that in the design that I'm working on right now. I want her hair to be smoke-like. I want it to be moving. Because the thing is that one of her powers is that she turns into, like, a shadow, and she, like, sneaks around and stuff. So maybe instead of, like, a shadow, it's actually more of, like, smoke. So it fits into her hair design. You're following me. I was looking at, like, goat centaur designs, and I was like, wait, that's sick. Especially if the limbs are, like, a little too long, just because it gives off that, like, kind of nerve-wracking, kind of, like, creepy atmosphere, you know? Yeah, because more limbs, I think, creates, like, a scarier silhouette, so I'm kind of, like, toying with that idea at the moment. The vibe I want is a sheep in wolf's clothing vibe. That is kind of like my brain. That is what is on my brain. She is this, like, prey. Here's the thing. All of the sin demons are based around, like, predatory animals. Which is kind of funny because also the dragonfly is a predatory animal. But things like, what was it? There was like a bull of some sort. It was like a bull that's very territorial, that represents envy. And then there's like a, fuck, I really wish I fucking went back on my world building before I did this video. There's like a little wolf creature or whatever. I don't know. There's a lion. It's a bunch of these, like, top of the food chain kind of, like, creatures and stuff. But it's mostly just predatory creatures that are very territorial, you know? That's the vibe. So with her being a goat, she is a prey animal, right? And so I want her to be just as terrifying, but it's a little interesting that she would be a prey animal, you know, as a goat. So I really want that wolf, that, like, sheep in wolf's clothing where she is creepy, but she is still a prey animal, you know? Gold, so the gold is a reference to that style of pottery where you, like, meld the pieces together with gold. I know you know what I'm talking about, people. I don't know the word for it. But, like, technically, this was always a thing with artificial demons, designs. Like Eli as well, but it's shown as white with, demons. And then with her, it's shown as gold, you know? I kind of want her to look a little, like, Frankenstein-y. Like, I was thinking about, like, her scars and, like, what if they were, like, Stitch adjacent? And, like, what if her skin was, like, different colors in different areas, you know? I'm just thinking out loud. This might be a weird video because it's, like, I don't have the design finished yet. These are just my notes of what I'm thinking about. I want the vibe to be. And hopefully I get to that by the time this video comes out. And I guess this kind of shows my design process because I wrote a bunch of notes of what I want the design to look like. And now I have to find a bunch of references and kind of try to form that vision through those notes and through the references I have. And, like, it kind of shows, like, where I started and then where I'm going with it. So that's kind of like... So it's a weird video because I'm going about it backwards. But I hope that the visual of it kind of shows off what I was thinking. And maybe it's even interesting that like the video will show what I ended up doing versus me talking right now. I don't know what I'm doing. But, you know, this is my little design segment. Next time, maybe I'll plan this out a little more. But yeah, that's my video. I hope you liked it. I will definitely be doing more like design videos soon, just because I have a lot of designs I want to revamp, for this comic while I am getting my script beta read. But yeah, so that's my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, bye!